and cuffed on the side of the road. Now she's suing because of the rough way she says she was treated. Les Trent tells what happened.
It's the heart-pounding moment cops yank a grandmother from her car by her hair. Stephanie Bottom is hauled out of the vehicle and handcuffed on the side of the highway.
Why are you doing this to me? 10 miles. I haven't running. I was just driving. Go to jail now.
The 68-year-old woman is a librarian in the Atlanta Public Library system. She pleads for help, saying she has an injured shoulder.
I mean, please come off me. He's killing me. I'm in pain. My shoulder is I have a turn ligament in my shoulder. Oh, God. Help me. Please.
The grandmother of 5 says she was on her way to her aunt's funeral when she was charged with going 80 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. She said by the time she realized she was being pursued by police, it took a while before she could find a safe place to pull over. When she finally came to a stop, she says cops rushed towards her with guns drawn.
Refuse to stop for law enforcement. I didn't know you guys was chasing after me. I was listening to my music. Can I call my family, please?
Not right now. No, ma'am.
The incident happened in 2019 in Salisbury, North Carolina, but the video has just been released after she sued the officers, claiming excessive force.
The police department is not commenting. Ms. Bottom pleaded guilty to failing to heed blue lights, but charges against her for speeding and resisting arrest were dismissed.
Shalom Akim. All praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the Akim out there that are pushing this truth, but nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So as you can see, they just put librarian sues over how she was treated during traffic stop, which, you know, it's stupid. You know, they overreact though. So that's the thing about it though. They overreact and they just do shit like that, exaggerating wise. I mean, it was differently though, because the fact of the matter is, they with officers that pulled her out and things like that, they didn't have to do that shit the most. If I seen an elderly lady, I'm like, oh shit, it's an older lady though. Then that should be a sign, okay, something probably was up. That excessive force that they used on her, that shit was very unnecessary. But, you know what I mean? Because I doubt they'll do that shit with an Edomite woman, an elderly Edomite woman. They'll probably just talk to a regular, like, ma'am, do you understand that such and such and such? But since this wasn't no Edomite elderly lady, they just pulled her by her hair and took her out like she was fucking nothing. And you know what? I'm fucking, in reality, man, fucking Esau, man. Just something that they do. You know what I'm saying? Because they, you know, like, it's common sense. That's the thing about it. That's them using their law to their authority. Because you gotta understand, you know, this is their, the world's handed to them, though. So they're just doing it with the way they want to do it. Same thing with, you know, police, law enforcement. Because we know the true laws. These so-called laws here in America, it's a bunch of bullshit. You know, it's just shit that they do to take authority of as, you know, because, like I said, they didn't have to throw that lady to the ground like that. You know, especially being an older lady. That whole librarian, she was a librarian shit, they just threw it out there. You know what I mean? But the thing is, instead of librarian, they probably wanted to put black lady, so they just throw in that librarian shit. You know? So, seeing shit like that, don't get me wrong, man. It's what they do, man. It's Esau what they do. I'm just speaking through it, man. If there was my grandma, I wouldn't like that shit. But, you know, this is the thing. It's just the way it is. You know, we're in the world where we're around these heathen. And that's just the things that's what I'm saying, though. You know, they have their law and we have our righteous law. So we can't come close. You know, we can't walk together. You know, we can't walk together. So that's always going to be that friction, no matter what. So I want to get a precept. This is Leviticus 26 and 33. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste. But you see, we scatter among this heathen, and it says, will draw out a sword after you, and the sword is what? The guns. See, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see. I don't know if they had guns pointing at her, but I bet it did. I bet they had all their guns pointing at her and things like that. It just they're just being safe, so-called safe. I mean, what the hell is just the older lady though, and she didn't even know. That's the thing. And in ways, I understand her on her perspective. Like I said, she couldn't pull over somewhere where she could just, so she had to keep going and shit, or because that's how Esau expects some shit right then and there. They don't give a shit where you at, man. They'll fucking pull you over. They'll pull you over. They'll pull over a handicapped person on a handicapped parking spot just because they got the right to do that. You see, it's a bunch of bullshit the way they do things. So that sword, like I said, it's after us, man. That should always be pointed at. Guns are more pointed at Israelites than fucking probably the Marines do out there when they go out there and so-called fight. I mean, they do fight, but they, unrighteously. They're not there. And you see, that's the things that we live in, man. We live against these heathen. That's why, you know, like, if I'm over here, I play a little bit basketball, and I'm teaching you how to throw the ball, but you keep throwing it not the way I'm teaching you, that shit gets irritating as fuck. So therefore, me and you we're gonna bump heads. We're not gonna get along. Kind of like playing like I said, basketball, where he's over here following me for this, so I'm playing against someone, and he's following me for this, and I'm following him for that, and it's like just the way you have, you did this, you did that. We can never come to some understanding, and that's the thing about it, man. We will never come to understanding with these heathen, with these Edomites. No matter what they want to say that. I remember when I was in high school, they had this poster, and it was a so-called black fist and a Edomite and a red fist, like pounding it though, and I think it said "Together we'll come" or "Together let's end racism" or some shit like that, man. In reality, that fucking red fist should have been holding a gun. In reality, the real poster is the Edomite holding the gun and Jake's hand up in the air. That's the real fucking poster right there. It's not no pounding friendly shit, man. Even if the niggas Jake's and shit turn into like have Edomite friends, they start talking like them. I don't know if you Akiam noticed though, when the Christian pastors, when they talk, they sound all white. Sound all whitewashed. They don't even I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's real weird to me. But they feel like the Christianity is righteous, but in which reality it's not. So let me get Obadiah 1 and 9 and 10. It says, "And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that everyone of the Mount Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." You see, the violence, that was some unnecessary violent shit that Esau did to our people, and that's just the way it is. It's been happening. That's a perfect precept for that situation to happen. Perfect as example right there. But shit, like I said, it's their law against ours, so we can never go against them because this is their world, and just that's the way it is. So yeah, man, it's crazy how you motherfuckers could get away with shit. They really could get away with shit though. And we can't practice their customs though, man. We can never practice their customs, and I know a lot of brothers always get this one too. Since Jeremiah, I think it's 10 and 2. Oh, that's 3. And it says, "For the customs of the people are vain." Oh, no, it's Slakia 2. Yeah, let me get 2. "Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." You see, there ain't nothing spiritually heavenly about them. What we heard, that's what I'm saying. If you understand these Europeans, right? Christopher Columbus and all them, they pushed that Christianity shit over here, and the conquistadores pushed that Catholic shit, in the Northern Kingdom. And I was actually talking to my girl, and I told her, if these Europeans, instead of pushing Christianity, if they would have pushed Islam here in the United States, motherfuckers would have been Islam people. They would have been Islams. Muslims, Slakia, Muslims. They would have been Muslims right here if they came and pushed that shit over here. But see, that's our people, man. They're dismayed, man. They really, really are dismayed to this. It's just ridiculous how. That's why you gotta know history. You gotta know the history within this, history with that. I mean, this one clearly, this chapter talks about the whole Christmas thing, but people don't. I don't understand. It's like really, you gotta read what it says. Man, our people are, dismayed as fuck, man. Let me get this last one real quick. And it says, it's Amos 1:11. And it says, thus saith the Most High, for 3 transgressions, going against the law, of Edom, for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast a fall pity, and his anger did tear purposely, strongly, and he kept his wrath forever. And that was just a perfect example. He's keeping his wrath forever, no matter what the fuck. It's just the way it is. So with that, hope this video was edifying. I know it's kind of short. And, like I said, man, keep peace out your enemy. Because he's that brother that tries to kill you. With that, I want to say, Shalom.